what you are believing is not true, would you want to know?
Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond Sunday. My name is Kimmy. I have along with me Pastor Danny. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you for having me.
Good. I'm so glad that we're here and we're able to talk today. So I thought today that we could talk about witnessing to strangers or acquaintances, people that we don't really interact with on a daily basis. How should we approach witnessing to those people?
Well, I have found out that the non confrontational method is best. There's a lot of methods people use. Some people fall kind of just almost short of grabbing them by the throat. And I just like the non confrontational method, the better. And it's just simply engage people in conversation and let it kind of bring itself out.
So are we supposed to like read the situation and decipher, is this an opportune time to witness to these people, or do we wait until like we feel a nudge from the Holy Spirit to witness to people?
I think, Kimmy, that's a combination of both things. I think the whole, if you will watch and read the situation and be alert, but the Holy Spirit beforehand has given you the knowledge to be able to do that, and you can listen to those little prompts that people will give you. For instance, if you're talking to someone and they say, "Well, sometimes I just don't even know why I'm here," or they'll say, "I just don't even know if all this is worth it or not," or they'll make something. They may say, "Well, maybe everything will work out in the end if I'm lucky," and so you just kind of move on those little things, because those three lines I just gave you is a perfect opportunity to move forward and ask a person a question like this. When they say that, do you have any spiritual beliefs? And that will prompt that person then to kind of begin to answer yes, no, or maybe something they'll ask of some kind of a question to you. But yes, it's just engaging them in that conversation. Let me ask you a question, Kimmy. What do you think one of the biggest challenges for women today is? And your answer cannot be men.
I would probably honestly say the time constraint that we feel that we're under. Like we have to take care of our households, we have to work. Some of us have to work, some of us have to take care of our families, all of those things, and getting all that done in one day and feel like we're accomplished and we completed all of our tasks.
How do you handle all that stress?
I like to exercise and walk, go for a hike, get my body moving.
Okay, so now there's a perfect opening for me to look at you and say, well, do you have any kind of spiritual beliefs, to a person who would ask me that?
Mhm.
And so I generally go through about 5 or 6 questions, just walking through, and they don't have to be done in this order, nor do they all have to be asked. But you just ask somebody, do you have any kind of spiritual beliefs? So that's not confrontational. And they may say yes or no or whatever. And then you just look at them and say, well, to you, who is Jesus? Who do you think Jesus is or was or whatever? And just listen to them talk to you. As they talk along through there, ask them the question, do you believe that there's a heaven or a hell? And then ask them, if you died, where would you go? Now, this is ironic that I have actually had people look at me and I'd say, do you think there's a heaven or hell? No, I don't believe in all that. I believe when you die, it's just kind of over with. And I say, well, where do you think you'd go if you die? And they would say, heaven. And they just got through telling me they
Mhm.
didn't believe in it, but yet they think they're going to go there. And the one thing that I look at them, I ask them why, if it's heaven, why they think they would go, and usually they'll tell you because they thought they were a good person or something. But I say this: if what you are believing is not true, would you want to know? And that is a very thought prompting question for a lot of people.
So this is not necessarily a set in stone. You have to exactly ask these questions, and we want it to feel conversational. Like we're not drilling them on all of these questions, and then they may even ask us questions in return. So say they ask us a question, how do we respond when we don't have an answer to their question?
If you don't know the answer to their question, do not fake it. Just tell them, I don't know the answer to what you're asking, but I'll be glad to research it and get back with you. Be honest with them. None of us know everything.
Yeah.
And so just keep it conversational. See, this isn't pinning someone down like a third degree exam that a law enforcement would be giving you if they were questioning you about a crime.
Yeah.
This is a conversationally thing that you go along through. And sometimes I even ask people this when I say, if you knew Christianity were true, would you become one? And you would be surprised. I have people tell me no. Now I want you to think about that for a moment. If you knew that it was true, would you become a Christian? No.
But why?
I mean, it makes me feel. I mean, it's almost like if you had the flu and you knew that to take this right here would cure you, would you take it? No. And then that's a very strange thing. Sometimes, not everybody, Kimmy, is going to become a Christian.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth of it. So we really shouldn't feel discouraged when the conversation takes a turn, goes downhill. It's not very rarely will you ever do what we call bring the thing plumb to fruition right now. That's kind of we're planting seeds.
Right. And sometimes we may not even see those seeds bloom if they do bloom.
We will. There are many seeds that are blooming that I will be dead and gone before I see the total results of what actually happens. You know. And one thing I would add, if you want to interject this in here, that you cannot fail. So don't get discouraged when you hear an immediate no from people. Um, that's fine. You did your job, but you did not fail. You never fail by sharing the gospel with anyone.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me and talking about how to witness to others. We will see you next time on Beyond Sunday.